Have you ever been to the future? You haven't? Well, today is your chance. This, my friends, is a laser. This is a Hondo licensed version of the laser. It is a guitar model only known to have been played by Johnny Winter. It was designed in the 1980s by Mark Erlewine, and a quick search online shows he's still making them. But to go to the future, we first must go to the past. The distant past. Well, actually, just last Wednesday. So let's go, come on. It's now Wednesday. Tomorrow, my Gibson J45 video comes out. And today, I need to decide what I'm gonna do for my next video. That's how organized I am. I had two options for the previous video, the one where I finished this bass, and neither of the options were that bass. One was an electric mandola, harp mandola that I made, and the other was some vintage resto, I can't even think of what. And now, neither of those is really what I'm thinking about getting done. I'm up in the air between doing a headless laser guitar, but I'm waiting on a part from Chad Wynn out of Nashville, and I don't know when it's gonna arrive. Or I've got a Harmony arch top. That's gonna need a lot of work, but I'm going to drastically convert it. Will either of those be today's video? If you saw the thumbnail, you already know. But I don't. Oh, I remembered what the vintage resto was gonna be. It was gonna be this. This insane banjo from circa 1870. So let me know in the comments which one of those you'd like to see done next, because I'm having a hard time choosing. And while you're clicking around under the video, you might as well like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thanks. Alrighty, let's have a closer look. This is the tailpiece / tuners. Interesting angle there, not much break over the saddles, but it seems to work fine. The tuning mechanism is a little hard on the fingers, but overall, you know, it works. I'm not gonna lie, the logo is pretty tame for a so-called laser. I would expect something a little more futuristic. This pickup is either not original or it's missing its original cover. There is a coil tap, and presumably tone and volume here. And here's the headpiece. We've got string through that, screwed to the headstock, and then they're locked in place with little tiny grub screws controlled by a hex key. Then we've got a 0 fret rosewood fingerboard and what would appear to be a maple body. We've got a non-original jack plate here, and a stripped out screw here. The previous owner said he replaced the pickup, and based on the look of the solder, I'm gonna go ahead and believe him. Okay, it's playing like butt. With the straight edge, you can say there's an immediate drop after the first fret and some bowing all the way till around the 15th fret, 14th maybe. Here is the truss rod nut, and that's not boding well, is it? To my great surprise, it actually eventually tightened a little bit. It's not great, but it's a little better. I'm gonna see if I can get another turn. But first I have to shorten this hex key a little bit. Okay, finally. Oh, okay. It's working. So the frets are uneven, particularly the 17th fret is way too high and it's causing most of the issues. So you can also hear when a fret end is loose. Well. I'm guessing this is a Schaller product. Let's see if the headstock is also Schaller. It is unmarked. Very heavy. Tone ball. Just taking the string tension off of this, you got tremendous back bow. So we're not going to be able to do fret work without tension. With all of the parts removed, this thing still weighs 3.5 pounds, which, for reference, this base only weighs 4.5 pounds. Started auditioning pickups. I'm thinking a humbucker makes the most sense because I want it to be like beefy, but a gold foil could be good. I also have these sick gold foil covers that would look amazing, and if I stuck a mini humbucker inside of that, that could be pretty sick. I've also been playing with more pickup ideas, and my decision is going to be more aesthetic than anything, and I think I might use the pickup that came with it, which looks original but lacking a cover. So we're gonna recover it. But first, I'm gonna tell you about how I got this guitar. But don't get too excited, it's not that good a story. The guitar was on Craigslist. The description was not appealing. It was being sold as is, best offer within the week or whatever. And I might have gone a little heavy with my offer because he got back to me and said, sure, a few minutes after I emailed him that I would give him $200. Turns out he was heading out to Mexico in a couple of days, so probably would have taken any offer I made him. $200 felt fair to me. Just the hard case and the Schaller tailpiece. I don't know. How much would you have offered? So I used to have more time on my hand and I could go to thrift stores and I would pick up these kits. I don't actually even know what they're for, but they'd have brushes in them. They'd be in the bathroom section. And I thought these would make good control plates and pickup covers, so I bought a few. And I'm thinking this could be a good modification. It is magnetic, so the magnetic field continues through it, and it looks badass. Not sure what I'm going to do with the original wiring harness. Definitely going to upgrade this pot. May keep the coil tap, depending on the parts that I'm expecting in the mail, how it's all going to work together. I can't make design decisions without having the positioning of the bridge in place. I won't know how high to make the pickup cover and a pick guard possibly. And so we're going to start a little bit of reassembly and get this under tension. It's definitely a small design flaw that these tuners don't have any retention clips to hold them in place when they're not under string tension, but hey, can't win them all. I do wonder if you have to pull these tight to get enough tension to get them in tune, but I guess we'll find out right now because I did not pull these tight. Well, it turns out there's plenty of space to tune them up, and the neck straightened out with the tension, and the action is very low, like 1.25 millimeters on this side and 1 millimeter on this side, and it's playing pretty good.
And yes, I know that's not grammatically correct.
But most importantly, it gives me the angle and height at which the pickup needs to be set. And now I need to think about whether I'm going to add a pickguard and what that would look like. I decided to use an Ibanez humbucker instead because it had a slightly wider spread, and I'm going to drill out, well, I already did pilot holes, drilling out the top so that I can have the pole pieces adjustable so that I don't have to angle the pickup. I can instead just have the pole pieces do the angling. All right, so this piece of clear acrylic is going to be the new bezel and also a base plate for the new pickup cover. To make it easier to lay out, we're going to pull off this plastic, which is hard to draw on, and cover it with some tape. That way we will be able to do a layout more easily. This bezel is the appropriate width already. Nice. And whatever microplastics you don't breathe in directly, you're going to want to make sure and take them directly to your nearest waterway. Because why include the trip to the dump on its way directly into our food supply when you can get it there without a middleman? Of course, I was joking. I replaced the plastic with sugar for the dumping it into the sewer portion of this video. But yeah, still poisoning the world. Don't worry. Now we do a fit check, outline this, and we will do a final shaping of the bezel on our sander. These pickup springs are brilliant. They're actually tight enough to hold onto the screw so they don't fall off. Love it. I think we can all agree at this point that the most important thing about a pickup is what it looks like. But in all seriousness, it seems like the only specs people talk about when they talk about pickups is resistance and wire gauge and magnet type and Gauss. And these are not the most important parts of what makes a pickup work well. In my opinion, it is the position of the pickup on the guitar, the relation of the location of the coil to the strings to the magnet, and the overall magnetic field and placement of the magnet. That's why a sub 1K ohm resistance coil with a very low Gauss magnet can sound incredible depending on where you put it and the shape and location of everything involved. All that aside, I have no idea what this pickup's gonna sound like, so let's wire up the rest. I think I heard the mailbox, and maybe through some miracle, the package from Nashville got on a plane and is here already. Get my package out. It is not. I'd say some of the most discerning customers for pickups are steel guitar players, pedal steel and lap steel. And some of the most celebrated pickups among them are string through pickups, where the strings pass through the magnetic field, where there'll be magnet or a steel plate above the strings and below, such as the Fender boxcar pickup, the Fender trapezoid pickup, the Rickenbacker horseshoe, etc. The extra interesting thing about those 1940s Fender pickups is the strings not only pass through the magnetic field, they also pass through the coil itself. Okay, let's make a jack plate. There is a slight taper to the body here, so we'll match that. And we're just going to use this piece of scrap that we already have and use the hole that already exists. Don't inhale. Okay, I may have made a mistake with this metal cover. Metal cover! Wow, it's very microphonic. Okay, here we go, look. Very prone to feedback. Surprisingly microphonic. It's kind of like the metal cover is acting like a diaphragm. Diaphragm! Yo, 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 yo. The pickup inside of this is potted in wax. For comparison, here is the Meth Stang. No feedback. And here is another humbucking guitar. We'll see if it does it. No feedback. I created a feedback monster. Package from Chad is here. Brown paper professionalism. Picks and sticks. More sticks. And ooh, string joys. I've been meaning to try these. And the most important part, our little onboard. You know, when your guitar is already feeding back, the best thing you can do is add voltage. And thank goodness there's instructions. I didn't want to ruin it and drill a hole for the switch, but then I realized the original Erlewine Lasers have a switch, so I'm going to do it. So with a live battery on board, you want to have a jack that can cut off the voltage, or rather connect it when it's plugged in. And so I've got this, I don't remember where I got it, but it doesn't quite fit in the hole. That's what she said. So it's pretty close, so I'm just gonna sand off the corners.
If this works first time, I'm gonna be shocked. First test, I'm gonna see if the bypass works. And not that anyone cares, but I remember where I got that jack from. It was from a student model Wurlitzer 200 model. 206 maybe. Jack's not seeming very good. Okay, we've got bypass audio. Let's get a battery in here. I've had this battery for probably 12 years, and it was used when I got it. Thanks, Jess. Okay.
Here we're going to ABC the Lazer with the Laser Boost with a Squire Super Strat and the Meth Stang. Okay, listening back, you can see the microphone is way back there on the amplifier, and you could hear all the pick strokes on the Lazer. So it's way too microphonic, and I think I might pull off the pickup and wax pot it. Now, unfortunately, the way this is now designed, I have to take out all the pull pieces to take the pickup cover off, to take the pickup off. I have family visiting right now, so it's hard to get to the
Laser.
And I haven't even decided what I want to do with it now that the original cover didn't work. But I'm gonna take a few minutes now and brainstorm. Gold? More gold? That's kind of sick. And now, instead of drilling for pole pieces on this pickup, I'm just going to put them in backwards so that they come up flush with the cover. Well, it seems only suitable that we use these string joys on this guitar, so...
Okay, now the big question. How does it sound? And don't worry, it still feeds back. Thank you to Chad Wynn. Check him out on Instagram, find him, buy his stuff. Thank you to Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Thank you for liking, subscribing, it's free, and commenting and telling me how bad I am at guitar.
Put on your armor, there's gonna be war, and all you farmers will need you more. We need to, 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 we need to. And farmers' daughters will need you to bring the water. And then the shoes, we need you, we need shoes, we need you, we need shoes. We need you, we need shoes, we need you. Oh.